There is nothing wrong with your music player. Everything you hear is being carried out as we intend. We control the treble and the bass. The imaginative processes between your ears are now under our influence. Do not attempt to adjust this podcast. You're listening to Relative Dimensions.
Well, hello there, everyone. How's it going? This is Relative Dimensions, episode number 13, Unlucky 13. Today is May 6th, 2012, and we are hanging out here in the Batcave, which is the name for my studio. Who is we? My name's Chris Renshaw, and that guy over there, that's Philip.
Oh, it's a horrible picture of me. I'm sorry, people. That's my face all over your computer screen right now. That's right, I'm Philip. And it is Sunday, May 6th.
Didn't I say that?
Did you?
I think so.
I'm just making sure to drive the point home.
Sunday, 2012.
2012. Yesterday.
Just like it says right there.
Right there, underneath your, Friday was, okay. We're going to be a little more specific. It was Star Wars Day. It was Jedi Day.
Jedi Day?
It was Jedi Day. It was May the 4th be with you.
Ah.
And then yesterday was the Dark Side Day. Revenge of the 5th.
Ah, gotcha. Which I told you about.
Yes, you did.
And then Doctor Who Day is on Tuesday.
Doctor Who Day will be...
Exterminate.
Exterminate.
So this is your Sunday Night Geek Talk show. And we got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know. I put some news stuff in here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you really feel like talking about either of those.
Well, I mean, people play Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, hold on.
How about some current events?
So there were two games that have been kind of debuted over the past week or so that I kind of dropped in here. First one was Elder Scrolls Online was announced. And the second one, which we had heard rumors of, was Call of Duty Black Ops 2, which is the newest yearly Call of Duty game to come out. Gotta say, don't really care about Black Ops 2. I'm a big Call of Duty fan, but I really didn't like the first Black Ops. And it's the same company, because they alternate companies who make them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's how they can put out like decent games every year.
Okay.
It's because each company technically has
working
2
on it for
years
right,
to work on it. So the ones that make the one in my eyes good games like Modern Warfare 2 and 3 was dang, I can't even remember their name right now. But that was one company. Then Treyarch did World at War, Black Ops, and then now Black Ops 2.
Okay.
Which is supposed to be set like somewhat in the future, but still, I didn't like the first Black Ops really, other than it had a zombie mode. But other than that, I really couldn't get into it.
I played that.
Yeah,
that was the one where you're like, you gotta build the barricades, and the guys kept. Okay, yeah,
that was it.
That.
Yep.
I kept dying.
Yep.
Or I kept being the reason we were all dying.
Yep. And then Elder Scrolls Online. I don't know if I said that.
See, yeah, Elder Scrolls Online, because that's the Skyrim is an Elder Scrolls game.
Right.
Like, a lot of people are just like, oh, hey, look, I'm playing Skyrim, da-da-da-da. Some people probably don't realize that the full title is The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim.
Yes.
All right. So, I mean, Elder Scrolls Online could be cool. What is it a, I'm going to click on the link. Go. All right, then I can talk more about it. But, obviously, you looked at the article a little more. Is it like a WoW type thing?
Yep.
Ah.
Except for they're using the engine that SWTOR uses.
Gotcha. So
which a lot of people are not happy about because apparently it's got its issues. From what I've heard online, like all the people that I follow online that are really hardcore into Elder Scrolls and Skyrim and all that, they really couldn't care less about this.
Really?
Yeah, just between the company stuff they've said, because it's not done by like the same people that did Skyrim. It's done by like a separate company, and they're changing things up a little bit. So it's not like it's going to be Skyrim but online.
See, they could
Yeah.
do that.
It's more of like the kid brother trying to take advantage of the other brother's popularity. It's like, well, we've got online.
Yeah, woohoo. And
But-
it's horrible. Pay us $15 a month for it.
Please. And so I don't know. I wasn't too into the actual Skyrim game, so
Okay. Yeah, it's one of those. Oops, that was weird. Oh well. Like Skyrim is. I have an issue with like. Because like when you're running around with a gun, that's fine. You got a gun, all right. On first person shooters are great. I love first person shooters because you're running around with a gun.
right.
This is like first person sword fighting,
Well, I heard
and
it is going to be third person.
bow and arrow. Okay, see, like if it was like WoW, pull it back a little bit, that's fine because I'm not in there with like all of a sudden my sword arm comes out across my face. And it's like, what was that? I don't understand.
I did like that's one thing I liked the way the magic was, where it was like you just like this hand does fire, so I just like hold the button down and just fire just keeps pouring out his hand either until I stop or I run out of mana.
Yep.
That was really cool. So I don't know. We'll see. I guess more as more develops. Oh, speaking of SWTOR, I saw that they actually discounted SWTOR for the May the 4th be with you.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That they actually discounted it. It goes until today.
Oh,
So it drops it from like 60 to like $35.
yeah, I still don't have a computer that can run it.
Yeah, probably.
Mhm.
I mean,
I
this
can-
one could run it, but Ashley's told me like no more paid MMOs.
No more.
No, you may go no further. So, since it's May 6th,
is the number of MMOs you will pay for. The number of MMOs you may pay for is 3.
except for one in this case.
You may not pay for 4. You may pay for 2.
But 5 is out of the question.
5 is right out. Finally, saw that from beginning to end.
What do you mean? You only saw like snippets?
We every time we'd get the group together and we'd sit down like, yeah, we're gonna watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Yeah, man. Sit down and we're watching it, and then maybe it was always like 20 minutes, and we went 20 minutes, and then hey guys, want to go do something? Yeah, let's go. Bam, we're gone. And then
Yeah.
next time we tried, it was like half an hour. Yeah, guys, I'm bored. Well, I'm kind of hungry. Let's go. Boom, gone. We would never sit down and
Ridiculous.
it's,
I actually saw it for the first time at school.
oh, cool.
We watched it for World History.
Why didn't you watch History of the World Part 1?
Probably because that was a little bit more risque.
In my opinion, that would have made sense. This is our history class. We're going to watch History of the World Part 1.
I like the teaser at the end for Part 2.
actually never seen it.
Jews in space. What?
Never seen that either.
Oh my gosh.
And that's just I've never seen it. That's not like we were watching it and left. No,
Oh.
no, never seen it.
Yeah. So,
And now what you've been waiting for, the main event.
just because I haven't played bumpers in a while. I made this whole list of stuff up, and then at the end I was like, I forgot to put that we saw the Avengers, because you were talking about it on Friday. We went and saw the Avengers.
We saw the Avengers.
Heck yeah, we saw the Avengers.
Oh,
the
we
Avengers
saw
was
the Avengers.
awesome. That was Philip just having another nerdgasm.
Seriously, I had to there was a change of pants in the car. I had to run out and get it during a dull spot in the movie.
And then he had to
Then I had to run home.
keep doing it because it kept happening over and over again.
It was such an amazing movie.
So awesome. Like I said afterwards, I was like, I can't. I sent out on Twitter. I was like, and Facebook is, I don't have the capability to describe how awesome it was.
Yeah.
It's like all I could say is that it's the best movie I've ever seen. Which I put at the end. I was like, better than both of the Nolan Batman movies. Which from me,
Which, I mean,
that's saying a lot.
I'm surprised he didn't show up and beat the crap out of you.
I know. Hey, he's got a chance coming up.
I know he might.
By the way, early numbers came out.
Okay.
First movie to ever break $200 million on its opening weekend.
Mm.
finally everyone knows what we've always known forever about Joss Whedon. That he's the man.
Freaking amazing.
Yes. And if he's not in charge of Avengers 2, somebody at Marvel needs to be shot.
We should all boycott the movie when it comes out.
No, somebody will go see it.
Yeah, some idiot will go see it.
Because of how awesome the first one is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's just everything was just it was everything it needed to be and so much more.
Oh yeah.
We can't describe it really without spoiling it. So
we should spoil the hell out of it.
I don't want to.
If you didn't see it on Friday or yesterday or sometime early this morning, you're an idiot.
I would
You
rather.
could have matineed at like 11 o'clock this morning. You've been great.
I am not going to destroy something so precious to people. I'm just going to say, if you're listening to this and you have not seen the Avengers, just press pause and go see it.
That's right.
And now you're back.
That's right. Hey, you're back. Hey, how was the movie? Awesome, wasn't it? Today is May 6th. By May 13th, if you hadn't seen the movie, somebody gonna get hurt real bad.
Somebody. So, yeah, it was great, and I wish I could afford to go see it again.
And again.
I follow somebody that lives over in Paris. They have subscription services to movie theaters. Like, you pay, because they're all kind of like unified, and you pay like $30 a month or whatever, and you could, or $15-30 or whatever a month, and you go see, like, you can go see any movie at any time at any of these participating theaters.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just like, I'm gonna go see it again.
Sweet.
I'm like, I wish I could do that. AMC, you hear me?
That's right. Come on, guys. Oh, I think that SWTOR thing ended already.
No, I said it expires May 6th.
Today's May 6th.
Yeah.
Okay. I just went to the website and it's like standard edition $59.99. It's like, oh.
Yep. Wait, where did you go to?
buy.swtor.com.
That's weird because I just went to it like a few minutes ago and it was there.
And it was discounted?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So if anybody wants to know when it went away, it just happened.
Oh, and there are 2 scenes at the end of the Avengers you have to go see.
Are. Oh, see. Oh, man. I seriously, I wanted to go to the door and just block it with my body and like, what are you doing? This is a Marvel movie. This happens at the end of every Marvel movie. Why haven't you people figured this out yet?
The reason I remembered to say something is that my brother just tweeted or texted me saying that, hey, we just finished watching the Avengers. There's 2 scenes at the end of the movie, right? I was like, yes. So hopefully I'll get some interesting tidbits from him.
And I
What's that?
The very ending.
Oh, the very last.
The very
scene.
ending. It was so amazing. It was just, whatever.
Oh my gosh. You saw me when I saw that second scene where it sets up kind of like the bad guy for the second movie. I was just like,
oh man!
I was like, oh my god, because I loved it because I actually understood
the who, what, where, when, why, and how.
Yeah, I actually understood everything. It's like, I know him. This is gonna be awesome. So, yeah. So followed up Avengers by going to Free Comic Book Day the next day.
Yeah.
Philip actually got here and got out of bed on a Saturday.
I was so on my day off, got up and was at a location. I was 2 minutes late.
Yeah.
Departure time was 8:30. I showed up 8:32. Luckily the departure crew wasn't ready for takeoff.
Yeah.
So I was on time. I don't know what you're talking about. It was like, I don't even show up for work that early. Here does my day off.
Well,
we
thought we were
something I wanted to do.
We yeah,
not something I had to do.
Yeah, we thought we were going to get there early and get in line for some free T-shirts, but turns out the store opened 2 hours earlier than we thought,
which was like 7 minutes after we got there.
Yeah.
Because we were throwing chairs in the car.
Yeah.
Here we pop over in the trunk. We're like, all right, get your water, get your chair, get your DS,
and there's people walking
Why did people
out.
just walk in and out? Man, what's going on there?
It was like, okay, people walked in and more people walked out. What? Oh, by the way, I I looked at because the comic store did some retweets of people that like tweeted them. The people that were first and second in line at the place we went to, they woke up and were heading there at like 6:15 in the morning. Wow. Yeah, I don't know if I could have done that.
Nope.
And then at they have a store up in Annapolis as well. The people there
Campers
camped out the night before.
Oh man.
They said that they had a line like around the building because they got a brand new store up there now.
Mm-hmm.
They're which I got to go up there sometime to see it because I love their big store. Yeah, they had like a line around this new building. So, picked up a bunch of stuff. I picked up a bunch of stuff also for a friend of ours on Twitter that's getting married. Well, a friend of mine. You're not on Twitter.
I've tweeted 4 times.
Oh, okay. All like right from that chair.
All from this chair. Yep.
So.
Speaking of.
And I was picking up some stuff for him because he got married yesterday, so he wasn't able to. Hold on. I'd like to marry you, but first I'm gonna go to the comic book store and get some stuff.
Did that seriously happen?
Huh?
Did that seriously happen?
No.
Oh, okay.
Hey, we got HeroClix too. There's actually our Thor ones are behind you for the Avengers. So I'm going to attempt to open this. Oh, you and your knife.
Hey, rule number 9, man.
Anything that you can think of on the internet that's already been made into a porn? I'm pretty sure that's the official rule 9 of the internet.
That's rule number of the internet. Rule 9 of Gibbs.
Oh.
Special Agent Leroy Jethro Gibbs, NCIS, is always carry knife.
Ah.
All right, there we go. And see.
What's this code for? HeroClix Online.
That's right.
Okay.
I'm going to look at that.
I thought at one time I was like, it might be cool to do HeroClix. Then I had a second thought. I was like, and I actually like having money.
Yeah.
Because I would get into that and be buying like booster packs and all that kind of stuff. So, there.
Oh, dude, there's Star Trek's HeroClix.
Oh, yeah. And see, the cool part is that they're all compatible. Is you just build a HeroClix team and you play against other HeroClix. So, like, you can have Thor and Batman and Spock versus, like, all these other people.
versus Scarecrow and Lord Zed from Power Rangers and...
Trying to get some of the light. Let me cut that light off for a second. Yeah, there you go. You see that a little bit better.
Dude, there's a HeroClix Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, got you to pick up some stuff.
Yep, I picked up 3 number 1s.
Yep.
From the New 52.
Yep.
All Green Lantern stuff.
Oh, yeah. And then we get back.
And then all of a sudden, I got this itching feeling.
He's like, he started to read them, and I leaned over, and he's just,
I can't stop.
He's just stopping, like, Ashley, he's got the itch. He's like, what? Because the back, Chris is like, he's like, Chris, I hate you. That's all I hear from the back seat. I'm like, what? And I just started laughing, and then because I knew. Because he got to the end, and he's like, I gotta know what happens next.
And I say it with all the bro love in the world. I hate your rotten guts.
But I showed you some tricks.
You showed me some tricks. Like then you introduced me to
Comixology.
It's
and the digital comics.
So it's like
where you can read the rest of the number 1s for only $1 each now. Right. They discounted them all to 99 cents.
And that's actually, I've actually become, I'm not some kind of hippie go green. I mean, sure, let's not use a lot of energy. Let's try to save the planet and everything. I like digital books.
Yeah.
I like being able to, my laptop, I can hold 12,000 books.
Oh, yeah.
I can take them with me. Let's try to actually take 12,000 paperbacks with me.
Oh, yeah.
Just see how that works out. Yeah, I'm just going to walk around with a U-Haul following me everywhere.
A library.
That's right. Just my own portable library. People are going to come in. Can I check out? No, this is actually my bookcase. You can't go in there.
I'm taking these with me.
I had to hire people to organize it for me.
I couldn't afford a Kindle. Oh gosh.
You would think the money people spend on books, they could have bought a Kindle.
Yeah, but see, like the problem with Kindles is.
Or let me not say Kindle. Let me say an e-reader.
Well, this goes against all e-readers. Is the price of digital books is still like it's like you can buy the physical book and have it like in your hands to read it, and it's the same price as like the digital books, unless you find a sale. Like if you find sales, yeah, it's great. That's why like digital comics the same way. When they debut, they're always at the same cover price, which I understand it's so that comics retailers can compete.
Yeah.
But I'm like, comics online need to be 99 cents. That is the ideal price range.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I will buy something for $1.99 if it's something I know I like and I really want to get it, but I don't want to have piles and piles of comics. You see like those stacks up there? Most of those are either unread or I've read them and I haven't had a chance to log them into my database and file them away. Actually, I believe that's what
the stacks up there. The
stacks right there are.
The stacks.
Those
there,
are the red books.
The 4 shelves of 3, the 12 boxes, which each hold what? A couple hundred comics apiece.
100 probably.
Only 100.
150 maybe.
Okay.
Maybe it's 150, 300. I don't know. It's a lot.
It's.
I can tell you exactly how many.
Here we go.
Because the ones in the box
have been logged
in. Therefore, which I've said this before on my comic show, I use this service, Comic Collectors.
Okay.
They even got a little app on the phone that you can get where I can just like, boop, and it's like it brings up the comic.
Nice.
Yeah. So, oh wow, I can see what I have the most of, which is Amazing Spider-Man 105. Which, I mean, they for a while they were coming out 3 times a month.
Okay.
And both me and Ashley were getting them for one point, so because that's her stuff too.
Okay.
So her and my stuff. So that's the comics and the books, because the trade paperbacks each count as a comic.
Now, do they looking at this, we might as well talk about the service for a second.
Okay.
Do they now, like DC launched the New 52,
right?
They launched that's basically a complete reworking of all the... Okay, so if you have number 1 from way back when it first came out, and you've got number 1 from when it just came out, does that log
how does it keep track?
Does it log as 2 separate comics?
No, yes, it does.
Okay.
So this is what they do: is they do them by volume. Like here, this was the first one I saw is just Batgirl, because it's just in my Batman stuff. It's first on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have, I have like Batgirl Volume 1, a bunch of books I got just on sale somewhere randomly. It was because they'll do these like 50-cent or bins, or like fill a comics box for $50.
Yeah, like they saw the
me and Ashton, when we first got into comics, we did that because it was like we split the box, and it was like $20 each. And so we were just pulling like anything we wanted, and I told her, I was like, anything with a bat on it, just
there you go,
throw in the box. But then like I regularly Batgirl, the volume number 3, which was just prior to this new relaunch.
Okay.
See, they got issues 1 all the way through, because it ran for just about 2 years, 24, and then the new series that just started over, I have issues 1 through 4. So that's volume 4.
Okay, gotcha.
So. Yeah, like Batman Volume 1, Volume 2 is the new re-release.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So they do keep track of...
Yep.
Because now, did they keep the same titles?
What do you mean?
Like some of the... It was like Amazing Spider-Man versus whatever, and then in Volume 2, is number 1 still the same title?
Sometimes it isn't.
So you go through Amazing Spider-Man versus Doc Ock, and you've got that like 12 times. And you're like, but they're all the same. I don't...
Yeah. So, all of our comics, 1,813. That's a lot of books.
That's a lot of books, man. And that's not everything.
And that's not everything. I'd quit that out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, those 2 red bags, there's one there and one over there. They both have comics in them. I believe that one has the free comics, and then that one has some of the other comics we bought. Now, some of those are Chloe's, so Chloe's don't count in there.
which I didn't pick up all the free comics.
Mm-hmm.
You and Ashley, you were just like grabbed everything on the back. I'm like, what are you doing?
It's free. Sometimes you'll find something new you like, and normally I will do that. I'll just go through and grab one of everything. This year I was a little bit more selective because I've had plenty of free comics that just never get read and they're just in a box somewhere. I think some are in that middle stack.
Okay. Yeah.
From last year, but yeah, they always have a free hero click every year. Last year was Green Lantern. This year was Thor.
Cool.
So my hero click collection is grown by 2.
By 2.
Or by 1. It now consists of 2. There we go. Put that back in the bags.
And then we had a pretty fun-filled day after that.
Chloe's been getting on to us about wanting to play Mario Party 9. So Ashley went and got it because we had some wedding stuff to return, and so she returned it, and because we got duplicates of things, because people don't know how to use a registry.
I hate that.
And
it's one of the things I like about Amazon.com's wishlist system. Is like when you buy it,
yeah,
goes
but that's
off
because you're
your
doing it all electric.
Yeah, which hey, that's
electronically. So yeah, Ashley went and returned it and bought Mario Party 9.
Sweet.
And so we sat around, played some Mario Party 9.
That's a pretty fun game.
Yeah, it's different because instead of like you do the little dice thing and everybody moves by themselves around the board, everybody's moving together. I kind of like that.
Because I had played
it's
some of the
something a little bit
ones.
new, and you just kind of change turns. Who's the captain, like driving the vehicle?
Yeah, and like I have played some of the original Mario Parties.
I played the original Mario Party like all the time.
Yeah, where it's like you were running
64.
around and whoever got to the end first won, and it was like.
Well, no, it was, you kept going in circles, but like whoever got the most coins and stars at the end.
Right. Yeah, this one it was like, I guess it makes the gameplay go faster. Because we're all
around the board,
you're all headed toward the same goal at the same time. Bam.
Yeah. It was pretty fun. You guys, then, like, while me and Ash were getting started on dinner stuff, you guys were playing the mini games.
Yeah, we just started at minigame number 1 and just went on down the list.
Yeah.
It's like, some of them were pretty cool. A lot of the one problem I've always had with Wii controllers is the whole tilt function.
Mm-hmm.
Each game has its own different sensitivity on how much you tilt.
Yep.
Because it's like with the Mario Party one, I'm like, all right, I'm turning, and then by the time you're almost vertical, then your guy starts turning, and then the software catches up and you oversteer.
Oh yeah.
So you got to come back, and then you're all over the place, and yeah, that was. So we mostly just stay with like point and shoot games.
Yeah. Then afterwards,
and then this guy in the middle of playing the game, he's in last place, all the way up until like the last 2 dice rolls.
Yeah. Well, that's because some of you kept getting like half your stars gone, and then just like magically out of nowhere, I won like 2 or 3 games. It just went like because at the end they had a graph, and hey, Doxson joined us in the chat room.
Doxson,
when did you pop in? But it's like they show at the end your chart of your star progression. Everybody else is like they're slowly kind of like gradually going up. Mine's like pretty like slow, and then just like right at the end it just jumps up really high. I caught a break. But that's the thing about Mario Party. And it was like, I was so mad because I was getting like, I was one of those like, I know I could do better than this, but I'm just being terrible at some of these mini games.
Yep.
But, so, and then later we did some more gaming.
Yes, we did.
At Free Comic Book Day, I bought Settlers of Catan because I got it pretty cheap. They had all their gaming stuff on sale, which I'd seen through Will Wheaton's tabletop web video series on YouTube. Did you ever get a chance to go look at that?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
Will Wheaton.
Yeah. So he played that, and I was like, I've heard a lot about this, and it looks kind of cool, so I'm gonna go get it. So I did, and we played it.
It was a pretty good game.
For 3 hours.
For 3 hours. Now let me put this out there, all right? Because I had to yell at someone on Facebook for this too. Okay? Because you posted on your Facebook, you're like, "Yeah, man, we played for 3 hours, but it was awesome." and he pops up in his, well, in my experience, it never takes 3 hours to play.
Yeah.
Well, we were 3 complete Settlers of Catan virgins.
Yeah.
Okay? I'd never heard of the game.
Jason had heard of it, but that's about it. He had heard of it.
Yeah. And it's like, so then we sat down and we were learning as we go, and we were looking stuff up, and we were questioning each other.
And we got pretty crappy dice rolls.
And we got pretty crappy dice rolls, man.
The wheat and the sheep.
Yeah,
By the end of the game, it's like we knew if a 9 was rolled, I was like, wheat, sheep, Jason gets the wheat, you get the sheep. Let's go next. Let's go.
So it's like we were going through and we were questioning stuff, going back to the rule book. So it's like we were learning.
Yeah, it probably took us at least 30 minutes to 45 minutes to at least set the game up and kind of understand how to play.
Yeah,
and get the first couple of turns through.
Right. And after that, man,
But Ashley was talking about, is it one of those games where more people would have been helpful or more people would have been harmful? I'm like, 4 in this game is the ideal group.
Yeah, the 3 of us playing, we had a good time.
Yeah.
The 4th person would have added more.
We would have finished earlier.
More trading directions.
More trading, more settlements so they can get materials, because we'd always had the problem where it's like there'd always be one resource and it would rotate that we would need. Like, nobody would be getting ore and everybody would be needing ore, but then it would move to like sheep and we'd all need sheep. Like, who's got sheep? I don't have sheep. You don't have sheep.
And they had some pretty cool cards in there.
Yeah,
I liked the Monopoly card. That was great.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here. I'm trying to trade with these guys. I'm like, hey guys, let me get. I'll trade you some. You give me some wheat. I'll give you whatever you need. No. All right. Play the Monopoly card. Give me your wheat.
Yeah.
How about that? Mine now.
Yeah, I never got any of those because I hardly had the development cards at all. I had 2 knights.
Yeah, the knight.
So Jason ended up winning that.
But
that was a close game. Like, you guys, once again, shot right up. Because it took me forever to amass any resources. But then I started coming back because I couldn't build settlements. So I was like, well, I can't build settlements, so let me build roads.
Yeah, you can keep building roads and block people off.
Yeah, so I just started building roads. I finally caught up to Jason on the roads, so I got the longest roads card. And then I kind of kept it for a while. Until like right on the last turn. On the end, Jason, like 3 hours later, it's just 2 in. Jason like pops down like some roads. He gets my card. He's got victory points in his hand.
He's like, bam, 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 bam. That's 10. I win.
Yeah. So that was fun. Definitely would have been. Next time will be better.
Yeah.
We'll have to do some randomizing next time instead of the default board layout that they want you to do.
I would say just for like maybe 1 or 2 more games.
But it doesn't matter though. You could just shuffle them wherever. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Well, let's not randomize everything.
Well, no, meaning like just the tiles. Remember, the letters and the numbers go around in a circle to place them down. Remember?
Yeah. But like we could lay the tiles down in their proper whatever, and then randomize the numbers.
Oh.
Maybe for just to.
Okay.
Yeah. Just for practice,
Yeah.
Then we can start Settlers of Catan tournaments or something.
No. And because the game is supposed, it's 3 to 4. And I'm sure there are. The game is like 3 to 4 players. They've got expansion things so that you can expand it to like 5 to 6. That'd be ridiculous.
That would be. Would they? Does the board get bigger?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe it gives you new pieces. Like, it gives you the longer border and then the extra fill-in tiles.
Okay.
Maybe. It's probably more money, too.
It probably is. I got it on Wikipedia right
now. So, we played that. If only, like, Ashley had been around, she can come down and play, but she was tired.
There's a Settlers of Catan video game series.
Oh, God. By the way, it's only $16 for the expansion.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Now, is that...
That's the Settlers of Catan 5 and 6 player extension.
Okay. It doesn't... Because when I was looking on the Settlers of Catan, like, how-to tutorial website...
Yeah.
It showed there were Settlers of Catan and Conquerors of Catan and all this extra... And it's like, what's going on here, guys?
Yeah, there's seafarers and cities and knights, traders and barbarians, the fishermen of Catan, all these other games. Oh my gosh. Oh man. And then I heard they made like historical versions, like Rome and all these.
Yep.
But it was fun. I had heard so much about it, but I had never sat down and actually played it.
Mm-hmm.
So this was definitely pretty fun. We'll have to do that on our upcoming game nights.
Yes.
We're starting like a weekly game night. So I guess that was kind of like the first game night.
There we go.
Yeah.
Happened on Saturday. Oh, hey, this is cool. The officially licensed Catan Dice Tower.
Why? Oh, that's probably one of those things that's like you drop the dice in the top and it rolls the dice as the dice roll down, and
It's
then
like
it
a
spits
pachinko
it-
machine. Yep.
You spits it out on the bottom, so you don't have like what you were doing when everybody was rolling them off the table.
Mhm.
So, by the way, Doxson mentions that Janitors of Catan is not selling very well, though. You'll see what that. No.
We need more lemon pledge.
No.
Well, why don't I give you the money and then you just go buy the lemon?
No. Oh gosh. Played any Star Trek Online this week?
I did. They're rerunning all of their featured series up to date so far. They're running them as if it was their first time coming out.
Right, so you can get the exclusive items for completing them when they first came out.
Yep. And this aggravated me so much. I sat there and the one they started out with was called Spectres, which is all about the Davidians. And I sat there. I played through every single mission.
Yep.
And I got the Ophidian Cane for anyone.
What is that? I saw that there, but it didn't describe it at all.
It doesn't really describe it. What it is, the Ophidian Cane is. Did you see the Davidian episode of Next Generation?
Maybe.
It's the episode where Data lost his head.
Oh yes.
Yes.
And the whole time
warp thing.
Mhm.
Those creatures were Davidians.
Right.
The Ophidian Cane was that snake cane
that
the guys carried
activated the
around.
portals.
Yep. And it
Okay.
also sucked the life force out of people.
Right.
So
what does the cane do in the game?
I don't remember. I just put it in my inventory and haven't.
Nothing really that important. See, that's the thing. You
It's-
kept telling me, like,
well,
are you
like-
going to do this? Are you going to do all the missions?
Well,
I'm
I mean,
like,
because I'm going to go through and like May 10th, I'm going to go and I'm going to get my Reman Bridge Officer.
yeah.
And then they're running them a little out of order because they're doing, from what it looked like to me,
The next one is the most recent one.
Yeah, after they run the stuff with the Romulans, then they're going to run the stuff with the Dominion, then the stuff with the Breen.
Yeah.
Which is like, you're running them a little out of order, but it's your month. You can rerun them whenever you want.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the thing that aggravated me so much was I played through all the missions. And then, like, half an hour later, I go and I look, and all 5 missions are available for replay. I didn't have to go through and play them all. I could have just gone right to the end, played it, and been done with it.
Oh, so sad.
But I picked up Ferengi lockboxes.
Because we had to only do Cardassian ones for a while, but now we have Ferengi.
They have Ferengi ones. Which
Give us money.
the ship you can get is actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, the Ferengi ship looks pretty cool.
It's got like science class vessel stats, but it can load cannons.
Nice.
So that would be it's got a thicker hull than our escorts. We could just probably throw all of our escort weapons onto it.
Nice. I need to work on. That's the cool part is when I was running with the Defiant, since I had tricked out most of its stuff, and I was just kind of playing it to get. I was using my data chips since I already had all the weapons that I could get. I was using them to get the weapons for my Sovereign class to trick it out.
Yeah. That's I think that's my next plan is to go and just I was telling you like a couple weeks back, went through and played an elite mission and got the optional mission objective.
Nice.
Oh, that was so awesome. Just to because there's so many people, they're such noobs when they play this stuff. And it's like
it's the curse of free to free to play.
Yeah. The one thing I haven't been able to do is actually I've just been too lazy. try and scour the forums to see if people have come up with strategies on how to do these
Optional objectives.
the special task force missions.
Mm-hmm.
Just be like, okay, here's what you need to do. One person guards the little objective that you can't let fail. Everybody else goes attacks the exact same target at the exact same time.
And you're like, wow, I already came up with that.
Yeah.
Just from playing it once.
Yeah. Well, because it's the same thing I do whenever I pop in there. I will actually pause and wait. Like, mission starts, and I'll sit there. I'll hold back for a good 10
Oh, I do
seconds.
too, to see where people start going. And then I'm like, okay, I'll go follow them.
And the thing is...
Except for that one where it's like the first thing you have is the Borg cube.
Yeah.
It's like, it's pretty obvious where we're going.
It's like, that's what we're going to do. As soon as, like, the stuff where it's like people are going to have to split off, if everyone scatters, I'm in the little mission chat. I'm like, what are you doing? Pick one target. Stop it. No, everybody, pick one.
Yeah.
If only we could get paid for this stuff.
Daxon wants to know, can you not just find a dumb friend, fill his ship with bombs, and then ram him into the target?
There actually is a tactical captain ability.
Self-destruct?
Ramming speed.
Oh, ramming speed. But there is a self-destruct ability, too.
There is a self-destruct ability. I don't really like using that, because then you got to, like, wait 20 seconds to respawn.
I wonder if you're, does that do damage for your allies?
It's area of effect.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I think he was wanting you to do it. I think he was referring to me, by the way. You fill me with
Heck no,
explosives.
man. Me and Chris are...
The only people knowing what's going on.
We tag team those places all up. He's got the... Technically, we are 4 ships.
Yeah.
As soon as the mission starts, I multi-vector, and then we just...
I'm going like lightning speed in with my Borg engines.
Oh, yeah.
And then I just kind of like, I'm flying around, because that's the thing with the Defiant. I'm just like super fast and whipping around.
It's almost exactly like the opening battle scene on First Contact.
Oh, yeah.
Where the Defiant is just like looping and dodging all the debris and going in. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. And then I haven't really played any World of Warcraft this week. I've been so busy with real world stuff, like getting a house in order, which is finally starting to get a little cleaner.
It's cleaner than my place.
There's also a lot more space to...
Yeah.
So...
We played a little bit yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
I leveled up 1 level.
37! You're like almost halfway there.
Yep.
Almost. Of course, you'd level up faster if you played somewhere else besides here.
You're correct. Well, it's like I have a horrible lag at my house. It's my computer's what it is.
Probably. Which, by the way, the laptop here,
Uh-huh.
I was just going to let you take it, because you were wanting to get the information about it.
Oh, yeah.
Just take it home.
Gotcha. Get charger for it?
Yeah, it's here too.
Everything's right there? Sweet.
That cable. Yep.
Contact them. Be like, hey, I lost the reset disc.
Well, we never got it.
Oh, see, there you go. I never received a reset disc.
Yeah. And I need the recovery disc or whatever. Just make sure you say that the recovery options fail, because I tried their online, the things they had. They're like, press this key and enter the recovery console. Did that, nothing.
It's like the operating system's fully shot. I just need to...
Yeah. Yeah. We had just a spare computer laying around that's actually just like the 1 year older version of the one that Philip's using here. But it's Ashley's old laptop. And she now has her Mac, her fancy Mac, which she likes better. So we got an extra computer laying around, so I'm going to let Philip have it.
Then I'll be able to game. Maybe sweet.
Better.
Game better. That's right.
Hey, you'd be able to play Diablo 3.
That's right, I would. Play Diablo 3. Play some Diablo 2. Just to try and get back in there.
Yeah. I'm thinking after show next week, Diablo 2.
Sweet.
And then, like we were talking about, we should do the pre-build-up to Diablo 3 that night.
Mm-hmm.
Play Diablo 2 until midnight, and then switch over to Diablo 3.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was getting noises in the...
Okay.
It's just weird.
It's just the
I'm hearing things.
feet rubbing up against that sign.
I know. I'm just
The
hearing
feet
things.
rubbing up of the microphone stand.
noises in your house. Freaking out, man.
You are freaking out, man. Oh,
Okay, I have a question for Doxson. Doxson, you there? You listening? Doxson, are you listening?
there's a little bit of delay, so why don't you just go ahead and say your question?
Okay, Doxson, he's listening. He says yes, he's listening. Okay, what was Friday? Doxson should know what Friday was. Everybody knows what Friday is. Yes, it was May 4th. Ah, you are good, sir. What was yesterday?
You going to quiz him on stuff we've already said before he came into the chat room?
He wasn't in the chat room.
That's what I said before.
I know. That is not incorrect.
Wow.
Yesterday was also a Star Wars day.
No.
You want to get me something? I got an Amazon wish list. I can send you the link. You can get me something. Even though it'd be a little late.
No.
Okay.
No, it was Revenge of the Fifth.
Yeah, it's a little lame, but
Yeah.
I'll get over it.
You just like the chance to quiz people.
Yes. It's interactive and fun. Yay!
Yay! I think that means we've run out of topics.
We haven't run out of topics.
Oh, you want to bring up Sanctum?
Sanctum. Yes, it's going to be. Let me start Steam because it'll tell me how much longer. It's basically on sale.
It says 2 hours left. What is that?
The free to play.
Oh.
Sorry, the free to play has 2 hours left. If you go to its actual like store page, it should. There's a countdown timer on the price. It's got like
Sanctum. There we go.
Rolling down. I want to say it's got like 16 hours or something left on its price.
Mm-hmm.
But
oh wow, $2.49.
Yeah, $2.49 to buy the game. I spent the $5 to buy the complete collection.
Oh, okay.
$5.
Yeah.
For $25 worth of, basically $25 worth of stuff. It's a hybrid tower defense first-person shooter.
Mm-hmm.
So you go around, you have a build phase, you build stuff, and then you run around and you have to help your towers defeat stuff.
Yep.
You can't just let them go on their own. I liked it because it's a multiplayer.
Oh yeah, that says there's 4-person co-op.
4-person co-op mode. So you go in and everyone's building stuff and everyone's shooting, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty sweet game. I played the tutorial.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's a tutorial, so it was really easy. But this could be something.
I guess $5 I could throw it down.
Like $5. That's a. I'm pretty because it said multiplayer and co-op, so I'm guessing you could fight each
Although,
other.
if your criteria for playing games is discounted Steam games for $5, you could be spending a lot of money on Steam.
I could be spending a lot of money on Steam
because that's like the thing is.
Well, like I also got a. This is more like it's a futuristic type thing. It's running on the Unreal Engine.
Oh, nice. But what isn't?
I'm not.
I am.
Oh well.
I am Unreal.
You are Unreal. There's a game called Dungeon Defenders.
Uh-huh. I've heard about that.
Pretty much the same type of game, only it's
fantasy.
The graphics are a little kiddier. And
how much is that? Because I have guildies that have been talking about that.
Dungeon Defenders. What did I buy it for? I think I've only spent like $25 total on everything so far. Because it was weird. I went through and I bought the game, and then I went and I think I bought a downloadable content.
Mm-hmm. I have it for the iPhone.
Okay. Yeah, I went and I bought like one downloadable content, and then I looked in and everything had discounted itself. And it was like you could buy $350 worth of stuff for $10.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, okay, yes.
Yeah, it's $15 right now.
Oh yeah, it's a $15 game.
Yeah.
I played the demo when they gave a free weekend, and then I bought it like a week later. So I mean, these are like more co-op games. Try to find people and like, hey guys, what's going on?
I got that in the Magic bundle in my cart right now.
Oh, the gold bundle.
Yeah.
So
so you don't kick my butt again with like. Although I did beat you once.
You beat me, yeah, and that was
interesting because I thought I was going to be completely because you were just countering like everything I was doing.
Magic. It's one of those games you gotta. It's all luck of the draw.
Yeah.
Even online, it's luck of the draw.
Yeah, Chloe wants to learn how to play. I'm like, I want you to, but you need to get a little older.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I know her. It's like you're just not going to be able to understand the game. But when you do,
and Magic is that world where people are. I don't want to say they're cutthroat, but they are like intense on their. If you don't know something, they will rip you to shreds.
Oh yeah. Well, the good news is that the game's pretty easy. That it's a good way of teaching her whenever she does get a couple years older.
Mm-hmm.
Would be to play that game or whatever version comes out. Then.
Whichever new version. Yeah. Play it on the computer. That way, it's all. A lot of the stuff it does for you.
Right.
That's the part I like.
The mechanics behind the scenes.
All the mechanics, and they're like, okay, I played this one, and I got to turn all these cards here to show that they're tapped. And it's like, well, my turn's over, and I got to untap all these cards over here. It's like,
So, let's do this.
Rolling dice, laying out counters. Oops! Don't do that. Stop that.
So,
crap.
Thank you. That we've kind of reached our tipping point at this point because it's time we need to start getting ready for the after show.
The after show.
I think I got a load of laundry I need to throw in.
Relative dimensions. After dark.
So, we're gonna shut things down and then get ready for some DC Universe Online.
DC Universe Online.
It's not Marvel, but we're so into the superhero motif right now. We wanted to play some.
We'll be using. Let's use our first characters we ever created.
Mine's like level 21 or something like that.
Mine's up there too.
We'll see.
Ish.
We'll load it up here and then we'll plan.
Okay.
So, those in the chat room, we'll be back in like 30 minutes or a little bit before then. But in the meantime, those of you listening right now, OCDcast.com for all this information and all the website, show notes, everything. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Facebook.com/Obsessive Comics Disorder, Twitter.com/Chris the Prof for me, Twitter.com/Philip_RD for Philip. And remember, you can always email me with any comments, questions, topics you want to discuss, games that we should play, Chris@OCDcast.com. Once again, as always, we'd like to thank Skyhawk for letting us use this song, L3, that you're currently hearing right now. It's on his album Function. Go get it now. So,
right now. Why? I mean, we thank you for still listening to our podcast. Why aren't you buying the album right now?
Right.
Go do it.
Yes. In the meantime, I'm Chris.
I'm Philip.
And we will see you next time or on the after show. See you guys later.